Okay, I just finished a blog post about female genital mutilation, how it relates directly to male genital mutilation. So I'm pretty educated on this. It always seems to be that the most uneducated people tend to have the biggest opinions about this issue. But let's set it straight. Okay, there are 4 different types of female genital mutilation, or FGM. FGM type 1A is removal of the clitoral hood. The clitoral hood is the analogous tissue to the male foreskin, except the male foreskin contains the main sensory tissue of the male penis, whereas the clitoral hood has a very minuscule amount of sensation, but it does have important functions. So FGM type 1 is removal of the clitoral hood, or hoodectomy. FGM type 1B is removal of the external clitoris. There's a whole internal clitoris you may not know about, but the external clitoris would be analogous to removal of the glands, although in the male that would probably be much more detrimental if you remove the glands of the male. Okay, so then we move on to FGM type 2. Type 2A is removal of the external labia minora. Okay, type 2B is removal of the labia majora. Type 3 includes either type 1, 2, and 2 maybe, and also includes what's called infibulation, which is sewing the opposite side shut. Now, if you add all of those together, type 1s, types 2s, and type 3, it is a horrific, horrible, disgusting thing to do to a human being, especially a little baby girl or a little child. Okay, it's absolutely horrible. Then there's type 4, which includes everything else, which includes scarification, the ritual nick, or gishi cutting, which is a type of cutting. Those are the 4 different types of female genital mutilation. The worst type, which is type 3, including the rest of the other 1 and 2, is only done in about 10 to 15% of FGM cases. So it's not the most common type. In fact, 85% is lesser common types. It's more common to have clitoral hood removal is absolutely the most common type of FGM. So the idea that this is FGM is so much worse than MGM is a bunch of bogus baloney by people that don't even understand what they're talking about. They don't even have a basic level of education in this. So you should do your research. You should find out the truth. FGM and MGM are the same thing. They're equal to the same thing. They're both horrific violations of the human rights of a child, no less. And it needs to end in our culture, and we are going to expose it. So I appreciate you sharing this and liking, and all the good people out there that are totally against cutting the genitals of children. I love you all. If you are for it, you are an absolute abuser, a child abuser, and you will be exposed, and it's coming down the pipeline. American men are done being mutilated.